Senator from Massachusetts has delivered a powerful message, obviously one from the heart, compelling message, and I want to thank her for that. We had a bunch of new pages here, Mr. President, and they showed up for duty earlier this week. And they are generally, I think, rising juniors, and probably 16 years old or so. And most of the 800,000 people that we're talking about here as Dreamers came here before they were old enough to be a page. And many of them weren't even old enough to go to kindergarten or first grade. They didn't come here by their own volition. They were, for the most part, brought here by their parents. And they were brought here to flee horrific conditions in countries like Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, where there's violence, murder, mayhem, that is largely created because of our addiction to drugs in this country. And they send us drugs trafficked through those countries from South America. And we send guns and money to places like Honduras and Guatemala and El Salvador. And when we take into custody bad guys, people who are here illegally, that are also criminals, where do we send them? We send them back to Honduras, Guatemala, and Salvador. So we send them criminals, we send guns and money to those three countries. And the conditions that that toxic mix creates are ones that I wouldn't want to submit my children, my family to. And frankly, a lot of people in those three countries feel the same way. We are complicit in their misery. We are complicit in their misery, and that is why so many folks from those three countries, we call it the Northern Triangle, why they've tried to escape. These kids didn't come in on their own. They came here with their parents. Many of them, frankly, don't have any memories of where they were born. We're not looking for them to become American citizens. What DACA attempts to do is to give them some time, to give us some time to be able to make their stays here legal, something short of citizenship. Why should, if you're not touched, if our hearts aren't touched by the stories that Senator Warren just told us about these three young people, I want to take a little different approach to express why we should care. I come here to the United States Senate some years ago as a recovering governor. I was privileged to be governor of Delaware from '93 to 2001, and people say that I'm still a recovering governor. But I have focused much of my life in public service on creating a nurturing environment for job creation and job preservation. People, presidents, governors, senators, mayors, like to talk about the jobs they created. In truth, we don't create jobs. People in our positions try to create a more nurturing environment for job creation. And that includes a quality workforce with the skills that are needed by employers. It includes transportation, infrastructure that works, includes public safety, includes access to capital to finance projects, includes a lot of things. Energy, affordable energy, reasonable tax burden, common sense regulations. Those are some of the elements that create a nurturing environment. One of the top items on that list is always workforce. People who have the skills that employers are looking for, people who have the willingness to come to work hard, to be trained, and to be promoted in many cases. People who are honest. I have not met 800,000 Dreamers, but at Delaware State University, which is a historically black college and university in Dover, Delaware, been around for 125 years. There are about 40 Dreamers who are undergraduates there, either a freshman or sophomore, and I've met most of them. They're some of the most remarkable college students I've ever met. These are students who aren't just getting by with a 2.0 average or a 3.0 average. These are students that are Dean's List, who come to school on time, don't cut classes, make excellent grades, work, in many cases, part-time jobs to help support their time in school, and who are anxious to be able to make real contributions to our community, to our state, and to our country. One young man, I think he was from Salvador, said at a public event we had, two 2 days ago, on Tuesday at Delaware State University. He said to us that the president of the, Harry Williams, the university, their new provost, Tony Allen, he stood up and he held his hand over his heart. And he said, every day since I was in the age of 5, in kindergarten, I held my hand in school over my heart and pledged allegiance to that flag, that flag. He said, I don't have any other flag. I don't have any other country. This is my country. We need young men and young women like him. I learned early this month when we got from the Department of Labor the jobs report for the month of August. And one of the things that it shared with us is that there are millions of people in this country, actually not millions of people, there are millions of jobs in this country, millions of jobs in this country that are going unfilled. There are millions of jobs in this country that are going unfilled. We have thousands of them in Delaware. Michigan probably has tens of thousands. Ohio is told by one of the Ohio senators that 150,000 jobs in Ohio that are not being filled because the people that are applying for them don't have the skills, maybe the work ethic, the record. They have, in some cases, can't pass a drug test. And yet the employers in all of our states need workers. And at a day and age when we need workers with the skills, academic skills, the work skills, we need them probably more than ever. We're ready to pack up 800,000 of them and send them back to where their parents came from, where they were born. It is in America's naked self-interest to ensure that these young people are given a shot. They're given a shot to make the kind of contributions that they're capable of, to meet the needs of hundreds of thousands of employers in this country. Given that opportunity, they will make their parents proud. They will make us proud. They will make our nation stronger, more economically vibrant. It is in our interest to let them stay, to welcome them here. I'll close with the words of Matthew 25. When I was a stranger in your land, did you welcome me? Think about that. When I was a stranger in your land, did you welcome me? Let's welcome these young people. Let's put them to work.